Erica Lorraine Spencer here. This is the P.O.C. pattern of conduct, the ongoing real-time documentation of what is the criminal pattern of conduct of federal stalking in violation of 18 U.S.C. sections 2261A subsection 1 and subsection 2. This is the pattern of conduct underway by a public entity, that is the state of California, that is engaging in federal stalking in concert with the people of the state of California. So this is group conduct. And this is the practicing of what are the criminal elements of monitoring amongst what is the demon possessed. And so this is what is documentation of terrorism as it is underway by a public entity in concert with the people of the state who are in the shoes of the government as this criminal system is in ceaseless operation. And as the state engages in this demented group conduct, this is revealing how the public entity, that is the state of California, that is in the United States of America, how terrorism of an American citizen plays out, what that looks like, how that is facilitated amongst a people, amongst a government, how it is public corruption in plain sight, and not only that, how you formulate policy and how you prosecute that which is demonic conduct, it's demonic activity, but that which is in no way impervious to prosecution in federal court, and being subject to ratification into federal policy. This is the P.O.C. All right, it is Thursday, December 23rd, 2021 at B&G Plaza at 8:28 a.m., 5NRN 660, 6TIB 796, 7VCG 748, 8V20924, and 8SBH 172. And just like I showed on video, I showed what is Omnitrans, group stalking and engaging in terrorism via the supervisor vehicle, who was loitering relevant position at the S.I.I.S liquor. As I'm getting out of the vehicle, the state hovers in a large commercial-sized plane and increases its ordinarily amplified volume of plane activity. And Omnitrans, this is bus number 1269, Route 61, license 1399983 at 8:29 a.m. crossing path. And it is currently, again, like I said, 8:29, and I am at third-party facilitated venue, the B&G Plaza, and that is P.O.C. I just want to document the minions that are present, and they're also on surveillance cameras inside of the B&G Plaza, on the Omnitrans surveillance cameras, the state sounding sirens as I begin documenting the third parties who are crossing paths, as I recited on that video as well, including Ryder, who's patrolling. And understand, with regard to this demonic system and this government system, both are descriptors speaking to what is ongoing knowledge of exactly what I'm saying, what I'm doing, where I'm going, etc. These are demons, and not only that, they are acting with the government. So in other words, Ryder 8WTV893, that's a group stalker that knows exactly what I'm doing, is stalking in the path. That's what group stalking is, by the way. And secondly, you have what is Ryder intentionally crossing paths seconds apart, driving east on Hope Boulevard as the state is hovering over the B&G Plaza, increasing its amplification levels while doing so, while Omnitrans is group stalking in the parking lot at the S.I.I.S liquor, driving over to the S.I.I.S liquor part while I walk to that area, which is customarily known for purposes of stalking. That's where they're going. This is where I have gone before, and I just want to document that they're acting in concert together. And so then you have Ryder crossing path as I get out of the vehicle. You have Ryder crossing path again as I document video. This is intentional presence with regard to the particular actors, and a commercial actor is analogous to identifying an individual. This is a method of what is commercial stalking by the government, and that's exactly how they're going to be prosecuted. So in other words, as I have documented commercial actors such as Ryder who engage in repeatedly crossing paths with that same truck, even as I was able to describe it so specifically with the bent license plate. Regardless, it is that same commercial actor, and that is relevant to what is the prosecution of that terrorist, that demon-possessed stalker that is engaging in commercial stalking on behalf of the government. And I want to document that is Ryder engaging in that patrolling conduct, 8BRT 689. And it is currently 8:31 a.m. This is P.O.C. while I'm at the B&G Plaza, and I'm coming from what is the Ontario Village Shopping Center, where that is inside, where I was inside of what is Stater Brothers, okay? And that was the P.O.C. I did reference the cameras as I exited that venue at 8:20 a.m. And I was subject to what is monitoring inside of the private space, bathroom monitoring, and license 8W669, hold on, 8W66986. All right, this is P.O.C. All right, group stalking at S.I.I.S liquor, 8RXM752, 6YMK104, and It is 8:34 a.m. I just completed a purchase, so you have what is just maintenance of presence, going into the grocery store, patrolling through the parking lot, ongoing patrolling on Hope Boulevard, and the maintenance of presence inside of the surrounding venues. 6YMK104 is on surveillance cameras. That's a black male. 8RXM752 is on surveillance cameras as well. And they are in line surrounding in relevant position, monitoring. There's a minion across the street on the sidewalk at Ontario Town Square Townhomes, stalking in the path with a communication device, okay? This is the criminal teamwork of demons who are just engaging in surveillance together. It is the hounding of what are absolutely demented psychopaths. Demons, that's what they are, okay? It is 8:35 a.m. This is P.O.C. 8YLT148, 8YRB 553, FLFX 669. Those are minions that are crossing path, and that they're crossing path on Hope Boulevard. 6NEU 883. This is plane activity over the B&G Plaza. That's a commercial airline plane. The state is making a U-turn over the plaza area, turning over the center ice, targeting its location and audible activity. All right, license plate. AUD144, 8XMD181, 8UED115, and it's 8:36 a.m. 82606L1, Sheriff's Department right now at 845, 73538U1. Sheriff's Department driving west on Hope Boulevard. 7HIS 780. Sheriff's Department turns to drive south onto Lemon. License plate 6MXJ 278. .847, 6GSN 681, BTH. I can't really see that one. That was Arizona though. 65393X1. This is a burgundy Silverado truck driving out of the B&G Plaza driveway onto Hope Boulevard, driving east, crossing path, license plate 83213Z1. Staples is in relevant position. 99969L2. These are third parties inside of B&G Plaza. Group stalking 7YNL651, 5GDW 692, 8WJR 127, 5RDS 532. Staples license plate 00739G2, 8UWE274, Omnitrans 1545797. That's bus number 2341. 5HJN 335, 6ZIR 378, 6951672, 0297. I can't see the rest one. Merchants Landscaping crossing path 7A60146, 54680C3, 8KOG 345, 92612X2. 8XAL 439. That one I already read. They were group stalking in the parking lot, another crossing path. That's the 7YNL 651. 7ZFS 502. License 8VEC 322. This is paper BU29R78. The VIN number is 3GTP8FE. T6MG4 10171. Expires February 14, 2022. That's on a GMC Denali. It belongs to the third-party group stalkers of Oscar's Barbershop. And inside of that venue, monitoring, stalking in the path. 7 CAX 296. Seven JJM 835. In case I didn't read that one already. 7QT8. No, 7TQT 803. Pacing in and out of a parking spot. That's a demon over there in front of the dentist, familiar dentist, next to the Next Generation Insurance inside of the B&G Plaza. 8P12439, 8VRP 650, 7VOS 809, 6RXY 460, 8THM 932. G326D0, 8FEK 468, 7JXT 938. These are license plates inside of the B&G Plaza that I'm reading. It's 8:50 a.m. Ontario Police crossing path. You can hear the state hovering over with commercial airline planes. Monitoring with Ontario Police includes 82069K1, 12441X2. They're driving east on Holt Boulevard. City of Ontario is at the red light, Plum and Holt, at 8:50 a.m. So as I'm walking back towards the bus bench, this is when I'm on Ontario Police, who are tracking every step that I make, cross path on Holt Boulevard. And the state simultaneously sounds plane activity over me while doing so. All right.
What's your phone number?
I don't have a phone number.
You don't have a phone?
No, I don't. It is currently 8:51 a.m. That's audible activity. City of Ontario, stalking in a dumpster truck with the Ontario Police. They're one entity monitoring together. 1561237. 8:51 a.m. And all of those minions whose license plate I read, they're monitoring with the same entity, the Ontario Police, who crosses path. Knowledge of exactly what I'm saying, what I'm doing, and the fact that I just read their license plates. 6FRJ042. It's P.O.C. 5GCF251, 8LVZ140, CA37E97 paper. 15884R1, 96634T2. All right, and you're understanding the ongoing documentation as this is, not only is it's directly evident with regards to documenting stalkers, the people that are monitoring as the government, the third parties in commercial vehicles as well. This is cumulative documentation. This is documentation, in other words, of the kidnappers that that acted directly the Ontario Police Department, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, who are stalking, okay? That's an impermissible threat. License 99969L2 is monitoring and stalking with the government with a minor child, engaging in the P.O.C. That unprecedented criminal conduct and bringing their children along to do so. License plate. And I want to be clear, the people of the state are kidnappers as well. 6N24123. License BT93K54 paper 8MO8608. 5S46925. It's 8:54 a.m. Coming from Plum, turning onto Holt Boulevard, crossing path 8UHR 625. License plate 8A67705. 6PDX 386. 7KUW 976. 5TRA 870. 5URR 287. 7GLW 299. 97276K2. 86960M1. That's right time. 6WC 498. I believe I'm missing a character from that one though. All right, 7B 23314. License plate 8VEC 322, which I already read. They're now exiting B&G Plaza at 8:55 a.m. License 61566883 for HMA 078. It's 8:56 a.m. License plate 7D20657 5WUZ 439. 7DKL 960. SCHRS 518, I believe. 31009D2. 5MTR 180 4187. I can't see that one. 80385Y1. 7CRG 599. 7KY 7KFY 412, I believe. It is 8:57 a.m. Omnitrans crossing path going west on Hull Boulevard. 94260D3. That's D is tilling. 8REJ 6. I can't really see that one. I want to say 641, but I can't really see it. It is a BMW with a convertible top. A gray BMW with a black convertible top. It's audible activity. Omnitrans is loitering at Lemon and Holt, creating light activity and monitoring as well. .59 a.m. 5MOZ 838 8114 1S2 8XOG, can't really see the rest of that one. 92929T2 8TWF 105 8UHJ 522 8NGJ 388. All those minions monitoring while the state amplifies plane activity. .7YPW094 8VEN 370 5YRM481 7JLN020. It's 9 a.m. 33269F1 8DVB 160 51934E1 799 5T1. I can't really see that one though. 8MF03. Oh, you can scratch that one. 46715F2. I believe you can't really see that one that clearly though. That is Union Pacific creating audible activity while those minions cross path. It's 9:02 a.m. Seven VHK. I can't say that one. 2665. I can't see that one. 7WCW 410. The 7W1W. 410. I can't really see that one though. Scratch that. 903. NJE 586. Driving with their hazards on at the light activity. Seven two nine 86B2 8EWG 732 7KBL. I can't see the rest of them. 1054 1E2 8E11 292 8CNC 765 Merchants Landscape Crossing Path the Bernardino Sheriff license 1386997 8SWZ. I can't see the rest of that plate. Coca-Cola is crossing path. City of Ontario, excuse me. Cross path again with the dumpster truck driving west at 9:04 a.m. It's 9:05 a.m. License 8WXV 174 7YXJ 480, I believe. 9E54499. That's Coca-Cola. 08580N2 7KZB. I can't see that one. 7EDZ 850 8R32919 6XOH 619 7DIR 978. It's 9:05 a.m. still. License plate 8P100N1 A27GA2. That's Oregon. Let's see, 6PQZ175 8LUB875 8N5 8N5 8502 6ZER465 7AWG423 7YXJ480 8RLN917 04984C2 27833R2 6SGD155 45205P1 8EZV459 8BZC511 6V77695 7VVF641. And they are monitoring at S.I.S Arena, where the state is also making U-turns over that venue, and they're also in the parking lot in relevant position. All right, license plate 5LJE852 is crossing path. I believe I read that license plate. see 8BJR 879 33164C3 8YDC 798 8TMP 723 and 7CCS 957. These are minions in the drive-thru that I'm reading specifically right now. I just walked through the parking lot reading license plates of the B&G Plaza. 6XNG 572, 6HCH 587, 8VNL 038, 8EBZ 948, 5VWP 598. 6LJZ346. Let me make sure I read all those that are sitting in the drive-thru in relevant position. Yeah. All right, license plate 6726732, 8NCC 497, 7XUV 685, 5SKM 487, 5ABD 299, Omnitrans 12345513, bus 1220, 8EQF 123, 7YEC 468, 4WRL 334, 10302W2, and it's currently 9:11 a.m. This is a paper plate. License plate AY36N89 and 8TMP723 is crossing path at Plum and Holt. Where I'm at right now, I'm walking across the street. 8EBK 837. LYNMON. I'm sorry, LYNMOM. That's a with a star in the front of it. 95504B3. 35. I'll get this one right now. 35455B2. 8MFJ 151. 4ZXD027, 92767Z1, 7AUN 367. The San Bernardino Sheriff driving west. 6UFP 102. While the state sounds plane activity and train activity. That's audible activity creation. And it is 9:13 a.m. I'm at the intersection of Holt and Plum. And the sheriff and the rest of those minions are on traffic cameras 8PMR 339. 8ATC 303. 8BGU 985. 8YXE 790. And Omnitrans going westbound Route 61. License 1545799. That's bus number 2245 or 2145. I'm sorry, that is 2345. At 9:13 a.m. and I'm on the surveillance camera of that bus. I have cameras in the front of that bus. 98354U2, 4MCS072, 7UTV767, 5. Let's see, this one's stalking with light. At Ontario Town Square Townhomes, 5 FPF 685, I believe. That's one of those little cruiser vehicles. 8 DXK 514. 12135U2. 76747A1. I'm walking through third-party facilitating venues, Metro 102 and Ontario Town Square Townhomes. Staples is in relevant position at the City Hall in alignment, creating light activity with their hazards. JMR 419, that's an Iowa license plate. 8GHA 500. 6JPC599. This is a white male that's stalking in the parking lot, monitoring with Staples, who's creating light activity. They're monitoring together, and he gets out and walks toward the City Hall. 8YXE790. That's a blue Tesla. 6VNU790, parked in the parking lot of the 280 North Lemon Apartments, the / City Hall / Senior Center. Eight TTF924. 7VXU590. 8XBR835, 7HRY535, Affordable Roofing, license AROOFIN, 8SYG883, 424DB, that's a handicap, 6LKH835, 8TSS386, 8VPD021. They are group stalking in the parking lot, 7NUF916. That's called stalking with light, 8JLD112. While Staples is at the front entrance area with their hazards on. Okay, Staples again, that's US.84 or 0341339. And I read Staples' license plate this morning already. 8SNX664 while they were crossing paths driving east on Hope Boulevard. (955BS) handicap, 5ZCS426, 577TR, that's a handicap. 8BHL385, 7WIG756, 5VVV101, 7DJD259. These are those that are parked around the parking lot that I'm walking through. It is 9:17 a.m. All right, stalking in the path. This is an Asian female that I captured an image as well. Her license plate 8GNS370. And it is currently 9:59 a.m. I'm at the Ovid Family Community Library. That is positioning with regard to my placement and where I'm walking toward the entrance. That's what group stalking is, stalking in the path, maintaining presence. And then group stalkers do so while they're outwardly engaging in some activity, which is serving for what is activity creation and that ongoing tracking of your every move. They just so happen to be engaging in something in your path everywhere that you are going, and they act in concert, while others remain stationary in your path as well. You've got a minion that's already at the entrance. They're all stalking together. I want to document also the entity engaging in ongoing amplification of audible activity, which is ongoing monitoring. And you have the state sounding amplification of plane engines at 9:30, 9:38, 9:44. Doing so while I was sitting at the front area, so not the shaded area of the 280 North Lemon Apartments. It is the entrance area where I've shown you the state moves its face to be over the edge of that front entrance of the library, facing the construction site where McCarthy is, where they were also stalking with audible activity. It's 10 a.m. on the dot. This is P.O.C. All right, the entity that is the people of the state is being a perverted creeper stalking in the bathroom, and this is at Ovid Family Community Library, and it is 12:41 p.m. So this group stalker representing the government, a demon-possessed stalker also inside of the private space, enters on surveillance camera at approximately 12:37 p.m. While I'm already subject to what is surveillance by the entity, this is the entity engaging in what is also stalking inside of the private space. So this is the same demonic possession that enters inside of the private space, tracking your every move, that same exact pattern of conduct following into the bathroom. That's what I document on my podcast. It's also on surveillance camera, and I am documenting it here. 12:41 p.m. This is P.O.C.
Wow, I hope he's... Did you drive around to go look for him?
It is 6:42 p.m. I'm documenting what is the sex offender that is stalking, and that is the incessant touching with light while they're tracking your every move in the path. So upon my exit of Ovid Family Community Library at 6:40 p.m., you have the third party that you hear in operation of a communication device, indirected light, engaging in group stalking and molestation of my person, together with third party with license plate 02236C3. And this third party with 02236C3 exits simultaneously as I am at the door. This is a predator and a sex offender acting in concert let's be clear. But you have the sex offender arriving, waiting to touch. That's the very conduct that I'm capturing in images, and you're looking at the P.O.C. It's 6:43 p.m.
I could just take you to the restaurant.
7ZTU 409 9636 9U2. It is 6:44 p.m. This is D Street and Euclid Avenue.
I can't drizzle my sheet is funny.
8ATB 271 8RQZ 297. All right, and then it's 6:44 p.m. 80217E3 8XFR281. Group stalking G Street and Vine. 6BTB 588. This is at 7-Eleven at 636 North Vine Avenue. And I am on surveillance camera inside of that venue as well. It's 6:52 p.m. when I exited. (7PWS 539). This is a third party, a demon-possessed stalker who is monitoring with the state and the people of the state who are patrolling on the streets around me while I'm at 630 North Fern. And the state is cycling directed light across the vehicle and across the surfaces. And an indicator of that ongoing directed light is, again, the way that the state cycles light, moves light, which is indicated by the movement of shadows, all right? And also the movement of shadows on those surfaces that the state is aiming directed light on. So, for example, there are objects where you are projecting light, and not only does it reveal the trajectory of that light, it is also that which is impossible to coexist with what is supposed to be the source of that light, and it is not headlights, while group stalkers that are third parties are engaging in surveillance. This is the demons that are pacing all around while light is coexisting with that. And the state is aiming directed light onto, for example, 325 West G Street, and there's a tree there, and so the shadow of the tree is projected onto that surface. That's what this is. This is the elements, and you're understanding how the state engages in that. And the surface of the tree, a large surface, which is speaking to the projection of light that is being shot horizontally such that the shadow appears on that venue, and doing so while that shadow is then also moving. What is the direction of south? That is not from headlights, first of all, where the demons that are the third parties are driving east and west on G Street. First of all, that distance is speaking to what is directed light, and that movement of the shadow south across the surface is also speaking to what is directed light. It does coexist with what is the presence of group stalkers who are demons, who are stalking and who are monitoring with communication devices. The state doing the same thing on the side of the car while I am standing outside. And this is, for example, as light is being projected horizontally, the shadow of the gates of the property that's at the intersection of G Street and Fern. And the gate is the shadow of the gate, which is speaking to the projection of light, the trajectory of light, which is horizontal, in order for that shadow to appear, which is at a distance as well. This is magnified light, and the shadow of that gate is moving in the direction which is south, all right? Headlights, first of all, the distance. You're talking about also the direction that these demons are driving, which is east and west on G Street, and their headlights are not spreading such that it's reaching 325 West G Street, projecting onto the tree, causing the shadow of the tree to move south on the wall. The headlights are not reaching the distance, projecting onto the gate and causing the shadow of the gate to move south in that direction across the vehicle. This is the demons that are engaging in stalking with light while they're stalking as a pack altogether. That's relevant positioning. That's group stalking with the ongoing presence of that light activity. This is the third party whose license plate I recited is engaging in what is a molestation. This is a sex offender that's acting on behalf of the whole entity. And it is illustrative of what all of them were doing together. The people engaging in that conduct together, stalking with audible activity at the venue on G Street. This is a demon that crosses path while the state is aiming substantial directed light. This is another third party whose license plate I did not get. They're acting as one, okay? And they're acting on behalf of the government, who is also sounding the audible activity of what is plane engines, roaring plane engines, which is audible activity in this impossible light, and also the amplified sound of what is the train. That is Union Pacific, that is stalking, representing the people of the state, in concert with the group stalkers who are patrolling all around me and also molesting me with light. This is ongoing terrorism as I'm documenting it. And that third party engaged in that P.O.C. representing what the entity is doing altogether. And let me be clear with regard to documenting an entity. This is the same entity that engaged in predatory conduct of waiting for me to exit the Over Family Community Library to engage in what is a sexual touching all over my body with an instrument of criminal conduct for purposes of monitoring in concert and on behalf of the government. That is the license plate that I also took pictures of. And you're looking at what is stalking, tracking every move, waiting to touch. That's a predator. Okay. That is a psychopath. That's a demon that is monitoring, engaging in this targeting system. It's currently 8:15 p.m. and this is what the entity is continuously engaging in. The state is maintaining stationary directed light inside of the car, in addition to what is directed light that is constantly in motion. And that is indicative of what the state is doing at all times. While the demons are patrolling on G Street, which is in relevant position, and this is just the closest street. The demons are patrolling on Euclid Avenue. They're patrolling on Laurel. They're patrolling on what is this? This is G Street. So that would be F Street. I'm speaking to what is the ongoing perimeter. While they are literally, this is the reality. This is a demonic system. These are demons who are engaging in ongoing stalking all around while the state concentrates its directed light where I am, okay? Where they are all monitoring with communication devices together. This is in violation of Title 18, Section 2261A, subsections 1 and 2. It is also what is terrorism while this satanic targeting system remains underway ceaselessly. Okay, I am at the inside of the vehicle where the entity is stalking and knows exactly everything I'm saying, everything that I'm doing. And this is the ongoing terrorism that is ceaseless. Okay, it's 8:16 p.m. and that is the P.O.C. All right, I want to make sure that I document the third party that was engaging in that molestation, just to be clear, at the Over Family Community Library. This is the large truck that I took the picture of the license plate and I showed you what is operation of the communication device by Tracy Banks, license 4WON432. This is the reality of this breakdown, this disturbing criminal activity that is sexually violating me by the third party going by the name of Tracy Banks, acting in concert with this group stalker. She is of the same entity and of the same demon possession, engaging in the same sexual violence of one who is her own daughter. And this is the breakdown of that disturbing pattern of conduct. Doing so on behalf of the government, representing the people of the state. And again, I want to make sure I document that third party on my license plate. Document their license plate on my podcast. And that group stalker at Ovid Family Community Library, waiting to touch, engaging in that predatory conduct in concert with Tracy Banks, equally predatory. Okay, they're monitoring together, engaging in this ambush-like sexually violent conduct and stalking together. All right, and that's the P.O.C. and that's exactly what I captured. And I want to document the license plate of that group stalker, 02236C3. Alrighty, that is P.O.C. and that is the image that I captured at 6:41 p.m.